Butts.
Butts. Big, old booties. Welcome back to Nat19, Campaign 2, Session 72. So first of all, Spooky Grandpa, which is what we decided to name the man that appeared last session until his name comes up.
I don't think that's a sexy enough name for him.
It's too bad. He's Spooky Grandpa.
I named him Grandpa Griddle.
These...
Oh
my God.
Them's his girls.
I love them. Okay.
She's got like the same hair as that one. Oh, what's that show called?
The gemstone one?
The one about the gems, yes!
Yeah, I know. Okay,
Yeah,
full disclosure, I originally wanted, like, black hair on all of them with, like, highlights in their colors, but Vin just made them all the color, and I was like, I like their hair enough like this that I didn't object. But totally, she looks like the girl from the Gem Show. And I'll just...
I love these girls.
So their details don't obscure one another.
Right, though? Oh.
Freaking, the one that's, like, named the file Citrine Eye is just, she's so cute. I love her.
I love her, too. And Logan was all like, she threw a tree at Briar.
That's the girl that threw the tree at Briar.
I know.
But,
I don't think you're allowed to show that shit on stream. Like,
the other one? Absolutely 100% not.
Yeah, the other one.
It's very spicy. Spicy goodness.
So hot. I'm just so hot.
Yep.
This is what Logan is gonna kill David for.
This is this is what Ilo's dad is gonna kill David for, which is
we're gonna kill Sun Archer now.
A really weird thing to think about. The other one is by Runaway Tourist. Bleh.
A talented boy.
The more gremlin-y of the two.
I know, right?
Bleh. Also true timeline. Blah, blah, blah.
I like that Isla's
That's what the
butt's
tongue
like
said.
coming out of her pants. Like, it's so fucking weird.
Those
I
are
got
the
thick thighs.
She got them thighs. Like, her pants are struggling with those things.
That's like me trying on pants from freshman year.
No, fucking, that's like me trying on pants on Thursday. Like, shut up. Pants is the worst.
Stewie, you don't need to keep in all of us showing that art, just so you know.
I mean, you're keeping some of it.
See, you got take highlights. Also, proud of you for doing 10 minutes to the hour on the last thing, Stewie.
You're doing so well. I'm so proud of you.
Also, hi, Stewie.
Hi, Stewie.
How you doing?
Hi, Stewie.
Put on screen and text how you're doing today.
Shut up, marbles. Everybody's horny, okay?
Thanks.
It's gonna be like, fucking shit. Like,
That's nice.
like all fucking caps takes up the entire screen.
How you doing? Fucking garbage. Oh, that's nice.
Fuck you, Logan.
I'd like a 2-second video of you recorded off your phone telling us how you.
You just want a video of Stewie.
I do.
You just want his beautiful fucking face in Nat19 is all you fucking want.
I do, and I'm also going to get it right now. Aaron, what happened last time?
Yay!
Actually, no. You have 3 inspiration. I'm gonna give this chance to someone else. John.
Oh.
Wait.
I see you forgot my real name. That's fine.
Go.
Absolutely destroyed Alquam. We stepped outside of it, however, and we were able to obtain our Lancer boy, who was just as sassy as we left him, and left a lot of us wondering why we wanted him back again. We eventually tried to make our way off over toward the group of people from Adelia, just to realize that they were attacked by Sexy Grandpa.
Who?
Grandpa Griddle.
I'm sorry, what was his
Sexy
name?
Grandpa Griddle.
Oh, sorry, did
Grandpa
I say sexy? Oh, sorry, spooky.
Thank you. Spooky Grandpa.
Spooky Grandpa. Anyway.
We have enough sexy things in this game. We need some other descriptors. He's Spooky Grandpa.
Then stop yelling at me! After warning us that not to show up in front of him again, or he'll just kind of murder us, and we're like, yeah, try it, Gramps. And then we skateboarded our way away from him.
We
Hello, friends. I assume you've come to speak to Orla Fanon. I am without a name, but my designation is Springmeister. Please refer to me as such. I would like to inquire as to your business with Miss Orla.
Springmeister.
Looks to
Kind of like looks over at the twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of side looking happening right
Oh,
now.
I understand you probably had some issues with the guards. They're not capable of giving a full range of responses, I'm afraid. I, however, am capable of many more. Not a lot, but more. So feel free to speak to me as if I'm basically human.
I have as many as 3 lines.
Yeah, we're here to talk to Orla. Yeah.
That has been previously established.
I'm not gonna say exactly why we're here. I would just like to talk to Orla.
I have been asked to request that if this is regarding the return of the item that Orla recently requested of you, that you tell me now. Otherwise, I'm afraid I will have to sick the guard dogs on you, and they're not dogs.
It is regarding that. However, we'd like to
Yeah.
speak with her.
Very well. Then I shall arrange a meeting. You are not welcome within Orla's house, as you are still enemies at the time. But if you were to... He looks around to the distance, sees like a cabin that's off the beaten path. Please wait in that abode there.
Maybe my friend's forgotten. The last time I went into a room where Orla fucking wanted me to go, my friend died, and then Saber tried to kill me and my brother. So I'd really like to have Lancer with us in
Which
case
is
that
why I
happens
didn't
again.
mention Suzume.
Oh my fucking god, okay. But I really want Lancer to be there. Huh?
I am capable of relaying simple messages back and forth to Miss Orla Fanon. Please 1 second while I contact her and inquire as to... She says yes. Saber will not be present.
So I guess we just wait in the meantime.
I guess.
Yeah.
So...
The waiting game.
Then
Our
the-
favorite.
Then there's something that needs to be dealt with. So... Lancer.
Yep.
You know what you did.
I know what I did.
So, as, about 10 minutes pass, 10, 15 minutes, after they finish checking things in the cabin, you waiting, where you are, eventually you do see what appears to be, a Springmeister walking alongside, the woman that you know to be Orla Fanon. He appears to be carrying a suitcase beside her with a very large, what looks like a family emblem on it that you guys haven't seen before, but it looks like a series of like interwoven gears. I'm gonna have her roll real quick for a thing. Oh wait, no, you're visible. She just sees you.
Yep.
She stops. She gets within about 30 feet of you. Looks around to either side. Springmeister moves forward. This seems to contradict the previously assigned terms.
I'm not at the meeting place.
That is correct. Well,
Too fucking shay, bitch. Like,
she like puts her
Well then.
she puts her hand on her hip. Are you gonna try to kill me before I can meet them then?
No. That'd be a waste of time. I just wanted to talk.
Fuck!
What did you want to talk
gonna-
about?
I'm gonna go to Dungeon 1.
Let's go to dungeon. What is it you wanted to talk about? Last time we met, you were relatively indecisive.
I've had some things sway my decision-making process a little bit. I can't say I'm in a position of trust with my master currently. Depending on your decisions here, our deal may still not be an impossibility, but it sounds like you have a possible out.
I do. If things go well, then I won't have to continue trying to fight here. Relying on the information within the gear. I believe
I have no idea.
I do. I believe that. Yeah, have you been told what the situation
No,
is?
I know effectively nothing.
Placing trust in an old friend of mine, I absolutely believe that this is something that can free me. And she flexes. She well, not flexes, but she shifts around the shoulder that has the Titan's hand on it. I would rather get out of this situation without having to fight. It
We'll
seems.
see if that resolve stays.
I should warn you that if they agree to my terms, the way I plan to offer this will preclude my ability to support any other servants in the war, and as far as making contracts goes.
I know. This is simply if negotiations break down, the offer isn't off the table.
And until I know.
What a nice conversation.
Huh?
That was short.
Hello.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. As she gets close, Springmeister takes out a little trumpet and plays a note on it, so that you guys absolutely know they're there, puts it away. Lady Orla Fanon will soon be with you. Please do not be alarmed, and please do not attempt to end her life prematurely. You will fail, and you will die. Thank you.
I've never had a clock talk to me. Or blow a trumpet.
Then how does it tell you the time?
Aw, damn.
I have terms regarding my abandonment of the war that I'd like to explain to you first, and then if you have any terms, then I'd be happy to hear them and see if we can find a middle ground. May I?
Before anything, Miss Orla Fanon,
Hmm.
can we trust that Saber is not here?
Your masters. You should be able to sense him for yourself if he's here.
Yeah, we totally are. All of us.
Looks to Ian and Isla and David.
Absolutely.
Ian, I believe in you.
So
I believe in
David,
you wholeheartedly. Holy fuck.
David, you're lying. There's 2 servants not that far from here. Um,
Fucking Ian and Isla are both just shaking their head at him like,
yeah, you guys are certain. You can't.
He's thinking this. You don't know.
Unless she's found some way to mask Saber, which you'd be confused by. Suzume and Lancer are absolutely much closer than Saber is. You can tell that a servant is within a fair distance. Like, Saber's not hiding his presence, but he's far enough away that you can't even really tell where he is, just that he is quite far. I'm an advocate of being overly cautious. May I sit down?
no.
She puts her hand over it, she undoes a lock, puts her hand on the top of the suitcase, and the large gear-like emblem on it seems to actually leave the surface of it. The emblem rotates as if it's a combination, settles back down, and the suitcase pops up. As she does.
Everybody hit the deck, she's got a bomb! No, I'm kidding.
I pull out a similar suitcase, open it up, and pull out a malt. I'm kidding.
Are you familiar with what this is?
These are pretty
I-
commonly used
I
within
think-
association, right, Logan?
Yes.
I am. Are you Karen Seguing us right now?
A magical.
Are you
a
gonna
magical
kill
geist.
me and my wife?
It's a guy's
It's a magical geist, correct?
That is correct. A soul-binding contract that once the parties sign it and its conditions are activated, those who agree to involve themselves with it have to follow it. Otherwise, in some cases, your soul could be destroyed, but I didn't go quite that far. It's outlined exactly what the effects of treachery, of breaking its terms would be. In this case, your nervous system would be completely obliterated immediately and your heart would fail.
That is quite the contract. Jesus.
It can be modified before being signed. Would you... She, takes out the cutest pair of, like, reading glasses and puts them on her face.
Yes,
Oh,
though.
that's not fair.
Shot through the.
You're right.
Springmeister takes out what appear to be copies of it, non-magical copies of it. Like, you can detect magic from this thing.
Be very careful.
Yeah.
Read this thoroughly.
Yeah.
If I may dictate the terms. If this contract is signed by all related parties, that being Orla Fanon, Isla McCracken, and Ian McCracken, and any of the following conditions are met, then this contract and its terms will take effect.
We're not gonna agree to anything just yet.
I'm gonna take a look at the rest of these terms.
The
before we
ongoing
agree to that.
terms, once those conditions have been met, the ongoing terms are, if any party breaks these, then their lives will be ended immediately. The condition of the death will be immediate heart failure, as well as the complete obliteration of their nervous system. In other words, and she moves her shoulder again, what I live with, anyways. This will take effect immediately and without warning. This is soul binding, and neither the alteration of this document nor its destruction will negate its effects, once signed.
There is one thing I would like to alter about the contract, if it's agreeable. Part of this would be you breaking your contract with Saber by using your command seals, correct?
Yes.
I would like to get down in writing what you will use those command seals for.
I was going to just waste them, to be honest with you. On the spot, I suppose what I would probably do is I would simply command him to not harm me. I would command him, and I'm willing to write this down, and that's fine. I would command him to... Let's see. Wording is important.
Distract the archer servant for as long as possible.
No. If the archer servant is indeed going to not fight to the very end, there's no need for something like that. I'll conclude my business with the archer servant, and then I'll use my command seals. If something were to go wrong and they turn out to be too much to handle, I'd like to have all three of them, in case they need to be used during the fight. I would command Saber not to harm me, to not appear before me again for a set amount of time, and...
Could you command him to not harm us?
With all due respect, it's already enough of a slight against him that I'd be breaking my contract. This is between us. Whatever he does afterwards is his own business. At best, if I find out anything that seems like it's a direct cause for alarm, I can promise you I'll try to send word your way, but I'm not comfortable putting that on this contract. Not given that it would tie it to the terms of it.
You're gonna have your own problems once everything's settled anyway, aren't you? With
him.
that Julius.
Yeah.
Julian.
That piece of worst.
The Juliuses are a different family, Malaclips.
Oh yeah, tell me about them.
Maybe another time.
But first, can we trust that you'll keep your word about that?
What could I say that could make you believe that?
No particular words. I just want you to look me in the eye.
She's had firm eye contact with you the entire conversation. She is.
I was gonna say, she feels like a confident bitch. Like, she's not looking at the
See,
floor.
I just want an
this is where
excuse for
the
an
nine.
insight,
This is where the 9
basically.
persuasion came in.
Look at my eyes. Look deep into them.
Even if you can't believe me, is that a hill that you want to die on, given the other terms of the contract?
No.
This will also involve me going out of my way to challenge Sun Archer, which was not part of my original plan, and additionally, I don't know much about Sun Archer's master, but I assume that if I'm there, they'll get involved. So please do consider the undue danger I'm putting myself in going against an enemy I have no information on.
Yes.
Never heard of the Fairy Hunter?
She's gonna roll history.
I believe in you, Orla!
She got a 5! Never heard of them.
Orla!
I've already signed this. She holds her pen out to the two of you, turns around the main contract.
Beset is with 2 S's. B-I-S-S-E-T.
Perfect.
She pushes the paper forward. I know.
It's on there. Goddamn.
Ow.
I also knew your name was Jean Bisset, and despite the fact you only said Malaclips. You want to fight?
I believe they
so
said
nice.
John earlier. Actually, you want to fight?
You want to fight? I'll fight you. She gets up. Boxing position.
squares
All
up.
right, deals
Malcolm
off.
has not been used.
Is it just me? or
Deals
did the
off.
room just
I
get
can't be
hotter?
expected to
You're
work with
right.
him.
Here's the thing.
Damn it.
I've been very adamant about not using Malachus here because she knows people, and I don't want her to kill me for not being a mage.
Yeah.
Whew. So that's my new favorite ship right there.
Oh,
Oh!
talk about it.
They argued once. Therefore.
Therefore,
Let's go.
they
Oh,
are
they
they
fucking-
they argued
they
once
fucking-
in a non-existent conversation.
In a non-existent
You're right.
conversation, they argued about
Oh
it.
my gosh.
They're
what a rare
basically in
pair.
love.
Mhm.
So
Or is it crack ship?
she
Oh,
passes.
shit.
She passes.
All right, not a...
She passes the pen to the
None of
two of you.
How does all of this benefit David?
Man, I've got my own contract to
I
work out.
No, I just think it's funny.
Okay, so
I just want to make sure I'm getting the best deal.
so.
David's like all of a sudden, you know, I don't like this contract. I can't explain why, but why don't I take a look at it with a pen?
I would
She's
say.
out of the war.
I would say, depending on what happens, David would feel with relative certainty, when on no uncertain on no certain terms, that this will probably fulfill your part of the contract for the Titan Sand.
And
Okay.
if you want to be sure, David and Mal's excellent adventures after the war with Orla.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
I see how this is.
You guys have had time to read. How do you feel?
Yeah. Izzy can't see anything wrong with this.
Does Ian? No. I roll investigation on the contract.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can.
I
roll
look for loopholes.
You're right.
See, right here it says you can't do undue harm to David, John, or Diane. Oh, you're tricky. Oh, fucking
cheeky bitch.
can't make us eat unwanted chicken. I see.
I mean, it
So
does
see,
say,
Logan, this is why-
So I take a
this is why the
23,
spell
yeah,
check
contract's
matters.
fine.
it does
This
say-
is why we gotta check for misspellings and whatnot.
it does say
You told us not to worry about them, but we have to.
Horus.
So I take a 23.
Oh,
the
it
contract's
does.
fine.
There
Anyway.
is Orla's presence for 24 fucking.
24
I
Horus?
spell checked.
So
I made sure this
that-
was good. Then you guys wanted alterations, and I'm not gonna go spell check them here. Fucking. One sec.
I'm not gonna sign a thing that has got no fucking guarantees
Fucking.
on
I'm
it,
just
you
sitting here
bitch.
like 1 sec. I need to make sure that I pay close attention to this.
You would have to be best.
I mean, that's
Also,
Here's
undue.
the thing. That could be a good thing for you guys.
Yeah,
Also,
can't hurt us, but it's
undue
stuck to the
harm.
counter.
Unknowingly cause harm if like, you like are causing minor inconveniences. Like if you accidentally kick a rock at her, the contract's not gonna be like, fucking die. Like it's. It'd be.
And that actually might be a really good thing for Ian and Isla because they don't actually plan on attacking Orla after this, right?
You don't know.
Isla, be good.
What?
Isla, you will die.
Isla.
If Isla breaks the contract, does Ian die? I'm kidding.
Yeah,
You're gonna die
you know.
before you even kick that rock at
You're
her.
right. The intention to harm.
Yeah, the
kills
fucking
her.
Ian kicks a rock at her and it does nothing because he like doesn't intend to hurt her. Isla like pulls her foot back and then just falls over dead, and it's like, oh jeez.
Isla, question. Yeah.
She was really gonna hit you with that thing.
If Isla shoves Ian into Orla,
So I'm gonna go ahead and push this forward and say that any further questions must be asked in character at the risk of
Okay.
sounding stupid.
Ian will sign the
Schrodinger's pen.
Geos.
you're right.
All right. Ian's name is on there.
I'll hand the pen to Isla.
Isla takes it and runs away. No, I'm kidding.
Damn it!
she signs it.
So
That's pen, bitch! Like, no, I'm kidding. Fucking no, she signs it. Yeah.
Stabs Orla with a pen.
Like in the neck. Like, fucking. Ah!
You know, I just realized something.
Hmm.
Saber's gonna recognize you.
Yeah,
Before
he
Orla
did.
does. Oh!
Don't
We'll
worry
have
about
fun. We'll cross that bridge when
it. Don't
we
worry
get
about
there,
it.
right,
She can't hurt me now.
Malibu?
It's fine.
You've been around. You've been around Saber, and Saber, I believe, noted that he remembered you after some prompting, but he didn't seem to
He
care.
remembered me after I told him to go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, oh.
It's like, Fanon.
Hmm.
If we could get a ride down to, you heard of the you heard of the zoo that came to town, correct?
Yes.
If we could potentially ride to there, and then we have Diane take us the rest of the way, it wouldn't be as risky. Not to mention, it would also give you a little bit of a way to get away a little bit quicker.
Sure. I should note that I don't have enough room for everybody.
That's fine.
I don't think, anyways.
I
Like,
can walk. Whatever.
2 people will have to go by foot.
I'll
Assuming
walk
the
with my
servants are
sister.
going by foot.
Ooh.
I love you, Izzy. That was good. That got me way more than it should have.
Dude, it's because of the fucking tone. It was very, I guess I have to go with her.
Oh, you could
To
do
get
that
to the
cloudy
zoo from
thing.
here would
We
take
could do the cloud thing.
1, 2, 3,
could
4,
do the
5,
little
6,
cloud
7, 8,
motor-
9, 10.
motor
It'd
spell,
take
so-
We
12
can do
hours.
the cloud thing.
It would take you 12 hours to get there, FYI.
Yeah.
Ugh, disgusting.
I could arrange for some other. I could
Disgusting.
try to find some other sort of transportation for me and someone else in the city. David, you want to go hit? You want to go try to hitchhike somebody with all my money?
Note that the district is being evacuated.
Damn.
Yeah, with cars.
No, not with
They'll
cars.
take us. Yay!
There's a lot of
Look, there's a Honda
advantages.
Civic right there. It's
saying.
going by right now. Alright, so I'm gonna go down the list. David, are you in the car?
No.
Diane, are you in the car?
Yeah.
Isla, are you in the car?
Hell no.
Ian, are you in the car?
No.
John, are you in the car?
At this point, there's no reason for me not to be in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm going in the car.
Only 2 of you get in, so she, like, looks to the rest of you, gets out of the driver's seat, looks to Springmeister, snaps her fingers at him, and, like, thumb points back to the driver's seat, walks around to the passenger side. It's like, if there's room. He's like, absolutely, sir. I'd be happy to transport you wherever you'd like to go. He walks forward, gets in the car, closes the door. We will see the lot of you at our predetermined destination. Looks over. Where are we going, Mum?
Hold on.
The
I'm gonna
zoo
go out and
at
go
the-
over to Ian, David, and Isla, and I'm gonna
How much
give
is
them
Mom?
some money. So if they find something, they can get it.
No, I don't need your money. I got lots of money.
How much money?
Fine, John.
How much money do I have?
Oh no, okay.
How
that's
much
fine.
money?
If you guys,
Oh, is he
no, if you guys
giving?
have
Oh,
money,
okay.
that's fine. Okay. I'm
No, give
sorry.
me money.
No, I'm sorry for bringing it up. I'll go.
I'm asking how much money.
You're very nice,
in the
but we
car.
don't need his money.
Gets in the car.
I will take your money. What the fuck?
Just like covering David's mouth. No.
I was just gonna hand over like 10,000, but you know, whatever.
Wait, split between us or each?
Bye.
For the record, Gary said that, not Isla. Give me your money.
A lot of tension seems to leave Orla, and normally she gives off this very officious, almost mechanical presence. In light of this conversation, you guys feel that drop somewhat, as if her normally pretty ironclad defenses regarding people have basically, not completely, but they've lessened.
You can tell
Fucking-
that she's not like stiffening her shoulders or anything up in the
Yeah.
front seat. She's like,
Fucking confidant level 5.
yes, fuck
Hey.
yeah.
Hey!
Yes!
I
Wow.
hate that you like Logan.
What?
Capable of making mistakes.
Oh, I hate that you made me like her.
I know! I'm just sitting here thinking, like, how's Carrie
I
sitting
wish I
through
was
all
on
of
camera
this?
so you could
Not
see my
okay.
aggressive finger gunning right now.
Dude, I can hear Brett.
I don't
I
know
can
if you
hear
can
them.
tell.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Dude, when you were like, they're quick to judgment, I was like, bitch. And then Izzy was like, she's right. And I was like, yeah, I just did it.
I need survival checks from everybody traveling.
Oh, fuck.
Okie doke.
Oh, I'm not great at
Yeah.
that.
Take an inspiration.
Damn.
Oh, Ian, you fool! This is a group check, so we're looking for what the
spin,
average
spin.
is.
Oh.
Nice.
An unnatural.
But you're already at maximum. You're already at maximum.
So Ian's dead, and we leave him. No.
I'm gonna shut my window because the lawnmower just turned on. I'll be
Yeah, I was like, man, the car is really loud.
It's an early car. It's the 20s.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Fine.
I was gonna be like,
Sterling's out front mowing the snow. Like, hey, how you guys doing?
what a dummy!
Yeah, normally,
Snowblower. He's mowing this.
yeah, mowing the snow.
Huh?
Here. He takes off his jacket.
You need that.
I'm
You need
faster
to
than you. Come on.
Stealing this from Ian.
You drew the wrong boys. You drew the wrong boys, Bio.
I have my firm mouth. She just takes it from him.
He
She
just
doesn't
runs
want to
off.
argue with him. Just kind of just pulls it around here like, son of a bitch. Damn it! I never know what to say to that asshole.
Who's there? The place is closed. Sorry.
It's Diane and Jean, and we have a guest.
Oh, Diane, hey!
Hi.
Yay.
One sec!
Hello.
You hear scrambling, and you see coming out from the barricade, like stumbling out, buttoning up the top buttons of like a shirt that was clearly currently like off and open. You see Sterling like,
Why?
stumble out, like pushes his hand back through his hair. Hey, I didn't expect to see you anytime soon. How you doing?
Hey, can we move this along? Can we
Love
go?
him. Fuck yeah. Get it, Diane. Do
Just
it.
kind of like interrupting.
I can't
like,
do
hey,
it
can you move this
anymore.
along?
Do
Can we
it.
get inside?
Yeah, sure. You come inside.
Yeah.
Who's your friend?
Diane's just gonna like put her hands up like, Orla, you've got this.
My name is Orla Fanon. I'm looks back to you guys with like a look in her eye of like Malcolm, roll me insight, please.
Go,
I
Mallory.
don't have a great insight.
Go.
It's high enough. She like looks back to you with like a look in her eye, like an uncertain, like should I say sort of look, and you see her hand like tapping her shoulder, the Titan's hand.
She's a friend.
Yeah, she's a friend of ours.
I'm a friend. Are you the one that owns this place? I've been meaning to come here, but I've never managed to make it out. I mean, yeah, my dad actually ran this place until recently, but he's gone. He looks to you guys like looking back to her, being like, is she, like, will she get
He
killed?
taps his shoulder. Should I
He,
tell her?
he taps her shoulder.
He's just like looking at Sterling. She's a mage.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
she-
God.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my dad was one of the members of the Holy Grail fight, and he recently got killed. Then you've been left to run this place. Yeah, unfortunately. I've had some help from some of my dad's help, but, I'll admit I kind of just closed it down. Pity. I like places like this. Let's go to the back. Talk about whatever you guys are here for.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
It's, alright.
Just looks pointedly at Malaclips like,
There's like a
could have had
lion.
your jacket.
There's like a lion.
No, I'm fine.
As you guys walk by, there's a lion roar from the pit, and Jonathan's like, "You be quiet! I can't take the tarp off! You want to be covered in snow? No! You don't even know what snow is! Settle down!"
Oh, all right. If we're inside,
okay.
Diane's taking his jacket off and putting it over his shoulders with like
Ah.
firm like pat on the shoulders, like please be okay.
Hey, I'm fine. Everything's good. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks over toward Orla. Sterling here, he's a mage, but he'd only recently found out a lot of things about being it.
I can
He
tell by
was
his demeanor.
used by the Master Berserker. Do you have any idea what we could do to potentially make things better for these animals, or some way to get them somewhere safer? You did say you like these kinds of places, right? Looks to Orla with a bit of a
She
smile.
like opens her mouth and then lets out a tiny sigh, closes it, looks to the side as if thinking, I don't want to indebt myself to you or be indebted to any more than I have to be. But
I was actually wanting to know if you could just help. I mean,
Sterling, this place was a well-run business before, right? Yeah, totally. My dad had a pretty firm grasp on things. He left some notes, and I know how to take care of the place. He had a good deal with a traveling company. The place was pretty cost-efficient, and actually brought in quite a bit of money. Until, he exploded. In that case, I might have an interest in trying to rekindle the business if I walk out of the war. If you'd be willing to accept aid from an outside investor. I don't have a lot of experience. It seems like, it seems nice. And if it's lucrative, I'm always looking for more ways to make money. Yeah, I'm sorry, who are you? Again, a friend.
This is Miss Orla Fanon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am pleased to make your acquaintance then, in more than one way.
Get it, boy?
We should probably handle what's on our plate first. There's
Of course.
bigger problems to deal with.
One step at a time.
They should be here in a couple of hours.
Yeah.
He puts his jacket like fully on and like is kind of like hugging his arms.
If you
More
don't-
than a couple of hours later.
Yo, yeah.
I can make coffee for everyone if you'd like.
You guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys arrive. At this point, the snow's gotten much worse. Snow is piling up on top of the tarp that's over the entirety of the place. You see Orla's car out front. At this point, it's actually buried somewhat. Springmeister is still in the car, despite the fact that it's being partially buried. When he sees you, as you guys are walking by it, you see it. You see some snow fall off the pile of snow around the car as the windows roll down. It's like, "Ratings! How are you doing, friends? I was starting to think you'd never make
I'm
it."
cold. I'm going in.
Walking
I'm
past
cold.
him.
Yeah.
Excellent!
Walking right past.
I will be waiting out here for your return should you need to be chaperoned anywhere.
Yeah,
I mean, you stop briefly, like, do you need anything out here?
I am-
robots. I'm talking to the robot, Ian. Come on.
She is correct. I feel neither happiness nor discomfort. I'm quite fine.
I don't know if that's comforting or deeply sad, but okay. You,
Say hello to the missus for me.
He kind of like looks over at Lancer. I've given up a long time ago of thinking that someone like me with no magic can really make too big of a difference. That's just the kind of thing you get into when you come into mage society.
Sean, you don't have magic.
I just look at David.
this is brand new.
You
information.
expressed
So are we going to bed, everyone? And does that sound good?
You just fucking,
It's been a long...
you just hear piping
Long
on
night.
the back.
Are we-
So,
are we
is there like a
sleeping,
meteor coming and the government can't stop it? Is that what this is? It?
Yes, that's exactly
Is
it.
that's what I'm
Don't...
gleaming from this?
might as well open the booze cabinet now
Is this
and get your party on.
Yeah, he's like on the edge of the conversation, having clearly been woken up by something. Like he's very disheveled, being like, "I heard counterforce mass extinction event and a lot of who is she." Hi guys.
Hey, Sterling.
How...
Sorry to intrude.
You
Good to
want a
see you
drink?
again.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, same
Yes,
here.
I would like a drink.
She'll
Don't
need
mind
it.
if I do.
Will do.
He can't carry all those drinks.
If there's anything else you want to know, Lancer, from what she told me, I owe it to you. But
Everything.
oh, all right.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna take a break here.
At the end of the break, they're going to be done with their conversation.
So did you guys know that King Arthur was a girl?
The what?
What?
Yes, you told me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did. Oh, with the fucking wall pinning. That was a
Yeah,
good
by
time.
the time Lancer would have encountered King Arthur, they would have already been king, and society would have treated them as male, and nobody would have ever questioned it or referred to them as female. So,
Fate Lord did ever come out after, because he would have been alive after the Battle of Camlan. Did that get revealed then, or
Nope.
was it still a thing?
history
Alright.
remembers King Arthur as a man for a reason.
So yeah, that was probably the most shocking thing. And then, you know, I guess I'll go into he already knows that Lancer knows who Cybele is, so he'll keep that without saying it out loud. He will mention, you know, the things about the next war, how she's going to potentially be summoned as a I think she said a caster servant.
Yep.
Yeah. He'll say that. He will say that she said everything that about the whole David thing, and he'll basically be like, but that's, you know, different, and everything's, you guys talked about it, so it's fine. But it's definitely fine. You guys aren't holding grudges, right? You guys are fine anyway.
Oh.
And then, and you know, after he mentions that stuff, as well as the stuff about the future stuff, where she said she's either going to help or hurt things. I don't think there's much of anything else.
Yeah.
And lastly, he's going to be like, and I got all this information, and well, at least the other parts of information, by touching her book, which at that point took away a fair bit of my strength. But that's everything, and I'm sorry if none of that information was really worth it, Lancer, but I did feel like I should have at least told you everything that I learned, minus the things you already would know, because it was our deal.
I don't know how to handle you.
Problem, you're having a lot today, Lance.
I allow you drinking, actually.
I'm totally drinking.
All right.
I probably shouldn't drink and transport people.
Malik
Don't
also
drink
not
and drink.
transport what happened the other night he drank.
If I'm gonna be the only one drinking.
Don't drink.
David
Remember,
will join
kids,
you.
don't drink and teleport. Pretty. Oh, really? Be right back. So, while you guys are asleep, this is actually perfect. While you guys are sleeping, a particular person, it seems like it's always you, has a particular experience. Malaclips.
Why me?
You have a dream where you are in what seems to be this massive these planes that seem to be made of like solid rock and obsidian. The sky is dark. You awaken in this area in your dream. You awaken laying on your back with your arms out. The only equipment you have on you is the equipment that you had when you went on your first mission with the incinerators.
Oh no.
You distinctly recognize the clothing and the specific items.
Oh, my hair's back to not being floofy.
No!
You find
This is
yourself
actually the
staring
biggest tragedy.
straight up into the sky at this blood red sun. The sky is dark. Everything is either black or crimson, with clouds that seem more like large puffs of smoke. You hear this large roar, inhuman, indescribable sound. It sounds like something in pain. It sounds like something ferocious cut down. You startle up, and you turn over towards where it is, and you see, relatively close to you, the massive, rotting body of what seems like, and you understand to be, an ancient black dragon. Is there anything you'd like to do in said dream? It feels very lucid. You become almost immediately aware that you are dreaming, but
Okay, that makes sense.
this couldn't possibly be real. But despite your awareness of it, you find yourself unable to snap out of it. You find yourself unable to, you feel everything fairly solid. Like, everything feels a bit fake when you run your fingers along the ground. It doesn't feel as much like rock as much as it does like glass in the shape of rock. This massive, majestic, powerful creature looks like it's been laying on the ground, dead for several days. Blood is pouring out of several wounds on its body that look like they were created by either long spears or swords. You see acidic blood pouring out of the wounds, making this relative large, almost river of reddish, this greenish black acidic substance that is far more vast than what should be able to be contained within this thing's body.
And it's good that it's not touching me because it's icky, but
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it! As you walk towards it, you move towards the creature, and at the last second as you get close to it, you could swear that this thing takes a breath. It has a very quick and as it does, its whole body erupts into smoke, into black smoke that swirls around you, and everything seems to peel away. You find yourself in a circle of light. The ground still looks like it does, but color seems to be draining out of it, and you see what looks like the ash coalesce into this one large, what looks like a stained glass window featuring a samurai on it, floating in the middle of black space in front of you. It then shatters, and reforms behind you into another one, with this misty, dark black trail following behind the shattered glass and joining into the new one. You turn to it. It shatters again. The same black tendrils of darkness follow it as this window continues to shatter and reform itself in different places around you, this darkness becoming stronger each time it does. It reforms into one in front of you that stays still for a moment. The stained glass window features a swordsman with black hair. They seem to be wearing a relatively modern-looking suit, have a sword at their side. You can't tell many details because of it. It starts to crack with this resounding noise that seems like it should be far louder than what glass should be making. And this one too, it doesn't shatter violently, but the pieces of it break forward and scatter and float around you, just as you think you're starting to recognize something about it. You hear a voice come from around you.
I was so close.
who are you? Where are you?
Severed. Contorted.
You see little bits of darkness begin to swirl around the individual pieces. And you see in the middle of this large circle of light that you're standing within, rising up out of the ground, you see another, not a full stained glass window, just a section of one that is the single person, as if it had been cut out of one. Roll me another wisdom check.
Oh man, I already used my inspiration. Hey Logan, I think I'm acting pretty in character. If you want to give me inspiration.
Right though?
Okay.
I'm waiting.
No!
Struggling
My wisdom!
struggling to discern
Why can't you do investigation or something?
what are you?
Why can't I roll stealth?
I want to step. I want to hide from the truth. And
I think my brain is good, my memory is bad.
you see, you can't tell many details about this one either. They look like a young child wearing, again, a white kimono. They have black hair. Their back is turned away from you in it, so you can't see any details of who they are.
Had they waited one more generation, things could have been simple.
Who?
You have dealt with them. The Dials.
The Dial Clan? Then you're
The last of my kind.
the curse.
A promise. Not a curse. That the life they took would one day be returned. When it finally
Show me
came,
this.
I will return soon. One way or another.
You can't.
Before they came of age, they would have died and the curse ended. And the life I've been stealing for generations when it returned to me. But
You see another figure rise up and appear, this dark silhouette.
an interloper, born to defuse my curse, was introduced.
You begin to see fragments of this thing no longer joining into this one window, also going to the other one of this black cloaked figure.
Tell me, do you believe I have a right to return?
Your life, it was ended by that swordsman, right?
By their clan, but yes.
You were the last?
The last black dragon of Japan. Mugen Kage. Humans called me. You have dealt with them, and so I offer you a choice. Would you aid me in returning?
Returning?
I have no desire for this grail. I wish only for life. But he
You see that second black stained glass window shudder.
complicated the matter.
Who?
The dial member that was born and raised to absorb the curse from the air. To prolong the curse when I was so close to returning.
The traitor?
Yes. The one who wishes to absorb my essence, and from it, become more powerful than his station would suggest. To elevate themselves above humans. The one who created the witchcraft that split my soul into 5.
You see 3 other windows appear, which you actively recognize 2 of them as being Noriko and Yuno.
They seek to unite the fragments of my soul within their body. This would kill one of your kind normally. But they went through the process of splitting it, and as long as they live, I cannot reform into a single, complete entity. If all of the fragments return to one body, they will remain split. But if that body dies, they can reconnect and use the corpse as a vessel. And from it, I can return.
I don't trust you right now, though.
Then allow me to persuade you. A great and ancient evil seeks your grail. Aid me, and when the time comes, I will aid you. Know this. I do not know which of them it is. But the traitor of the dials is one who was raised to absorb my curse and die. They turned their fate around and used their talents to rip my soul apart. However, their weakness is that they clearly cling to life. They have a history. They were built for a purpose, and then rebelled. If you wish to draw out which one it is, play upon that knowledge. They must be the last to die. Otherwise, though I may die, though my curse may end, I will ensure that my lingering hatred torments you until the day you join me.
All of the remaining windows shatter, and the light goes out suddenly. You awaken midday in a cold sweat. You realize that you'd been very much in the dream. Things had been getting hotter and hotter for you, and as soon as you wake up and the cold air touches you, you feel a bit of just a degree of system shock as you suddenly feel incredibly freezing by comparison.
Malik was just gonna be sitting up wherever he was sleeping and like gripping onto himself.
What's wrong, baby?
Oh, hon, you're awake. Okay. No.
There's something wrong, Sweetums. Do you want me to make some tea?
I'm just laying with all the boys, just laying.
Sterling's also
Ian
there.
wakes up next
Like,
to me.
it's
Sterling wakes up next to me.
Like David on one
wrong,
side of
you
you,
have a bad dream.
Lancer for some reason on the other side of you, Ian from under you.
Oh, this is my favorite timeline.
I had to get rid of all that tension.
First of all, I wanted Ian to not be there. Second of all, you're all sober as shit and no fun, so I'm not gonna. Fuck
I
y'all.
mean, I wasn't planning to do anything, so I'll just be asleep.
What?
I wasn't planning to do anything, so I'll just be asleep.
Okay,
I'll
then
get out
that's
here.
fine. Diane, drink this. Pushes it towards.
Diane,
Pushes
drink.
whiskey towards Diane.
Hello, Ian.
Oh, Ian, you too? I'm kidding.
Yeah, you saw the big
Alright,
scary,
so
you know,
Malaclips is about to do some stupid things. You need to, like, argue with him about everything. That's your mission.
Got it. Will do.
Oh.
Ian, what are you doing, Dragon?
I'm
Fucking John asleep on like a couch and it's just like.
Just tiny screams.
Diane,
If
like
it's-
Lancer said, we're going to be going into a very dangerous situation tomorrow, so now might be the best time to get something off your chest.
Right.
looking in between them. Are you two ganging up on me?
No,
Yes.
we're just advising you. Baby. Oh, baby. No.
Just kind of looks pointedly at David. Doesn't seem like you'd be too interested in talking to me unless you got something out of it.
You're right.
I don't like your boyfriend.
I'm a problem.
Say out loud.
She doesn't say it. No, she just gives you that look.
Hey, you, I don't like
All
your
right.
boyfriend.
She just kind of takes her hands and just rakes them over her face. You guys are fucking.
I don't think they have yet.
Oh.
Yeah, it should
Looks
help.
over where that voice came from. Oh, you're here too. Great.
You got any input on this whole situation?
Have you had sex yet?
No, we haven't. But I meant the Diane Ian situation.
Oh, I don't care.
Frankly, I really don't know what to make of it.
Make of what?
What he said.
What did he
If
say?
that's really what we're going to talk about. That
What did he say?
he had romantic feelings for me.
And how do you feel?
What? We're so shocked.
The first time he saw me, Isla, he assumed that he was having a wet dream, may I remind you.
Yeah, well, you're hot. So get over it.
So Sterling, who is there,
Yo, what up?
pipes
How
in.
you doing, boy?
I'm pretty sure me and fucking Ian apparently.
Okay,
are
so
just
I haven't seen
fucking
you guys in
knocked out.
like a week. Can I Okay, so two things. I'm not good at this. I'm all about sexual feelings. So fucking he points to like down like I got
get
them.
you,
I
boy.
got them for you. Points at fucking points at Isla. I got them for you. Fucking points at Orla. Immediately points at David. Thinking about it. The point is.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
The point is.
David will like raise his eyebrows like,
When I met you guys, there was like something going on already, but like you were like, nah, it's not. So we went out drinking and whatever. But you say like it's a lot of pressure to suddenly put on somebody, but Is this different somehow than what's been going on since before you met me? My
You
opinion.
guys are.
I don't stay around people a whole lot. If you don't want to fuck him, tell him. That's cool. If you do tell him, that's cool. If you got like a crush on him, tell him. Like I don't understand why you haven't if you do. He's clearly into you. And if you don't, what are you getting out of stringing him along? You're not trying to sleep with him. Why bother fucking I guess my point is I don't get you. Is my point. And if you're still available, post conversation if you're still available, by the way, please let me know. At this point you notice he's like got like a couple of bottles next to him, so he's sort of rambling in circles. I mean, like, if you're still single, like, that's actually good for me. But I think the point they're maybe making is do it.
Yep.
Well, he is now.
Shut up, I'm dreaming about dragons.
Orla is just like elsewhere. Fucking being like,
Glasses on, deep in a crossword.
Yep.
Oh
she has like a novel out, and she is like sitting over near the elephant, just reading with her little reading glasses on.
Oh, I adore her.
Dare I say that I'm expecting him to bump into someone and find something a bit better. For one, I know that his last partner passed away during the fight with Julian.
Oh, and he was
Sorry, what?
Just kind of looks at Lancer like he met some girl at the party and slept with her. There's nothing. I don't know that he slept with her. He never.
Yeah, he told me.
Okay.
Because
that led to
the "I'm not a virgin" conversation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he told me that he slept with the girl. Okay, whatever, sure. It's not a huge deal. I still have to.
I mean, it's pretty much a yes or a no answer. So just fucking talk to him about it, okay?
While all of this sounds stupid and pointless, I would say you should do whatever you think you need to do, assuming you're all gonna die tomorrow.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
Sounds like you two have something to be getting to as well, if we're going by that notion.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, we'll be fine, guys. We're gonna live. Fucking Malaclips on the couch. Ah, dragon. Ah, kill the dragon.
Dragons!
I mean, frankly,
Dragon!
what's
Japanese!
on the
Yeah.
front of my mind? What my question is if we have to kill all of the Dial Clan members.
And then everyone
Yeah,
falls
remember.
asleep.
It can.
If those two are up, then I'll go get you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, cool.
Oh, I wanted to be picked up.
Places,
Aren't you-
coffee.
Doesn't Isla sleep naked?
I don't know if she is now.
Oh, are you saying a little frostbite might stop her from being naked? Come on, man up, girl.
Oi, wake up.
Been awake because Diane was fucking yelling.
Wake up. John's having a
fair.
crisis.
Yeah.
Wake up. Our friend Jean is in dire need of our assistance.
John needs this? Okay, well now I'm up.
We're out.
And just imagine
What's up?
Ian still asleep, but just being held up by Lancer.
Kick him up. Wake up,
Ragdoll.
samurai. We got a city to burn.
Like half asleep, reaches for a gun, but is holding it as if it's a katana. What? Where are we going? What?
Pull the trigger. You.
What's wrong?
Question. This may be one of those things that I'm just not used to, and you mages may be used to more.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you get visited by dragons in your dreams?
What?
Look, are you okay? Do you need more coffee or less coffee or what? What's going on?
Hey,
Just puts cup of
You
coffee
alright?
in front of
So,
Jean.
how much do you guys know about the Dial Clan and why they're here?
Looks to David.
Looks to David as well.
It was a rhetorical question. They're here for a dragon, or because of a dragon.
Yes. It's
I talked to
extremely
it.
short. What? You
talked to
fucking
a
what, mate?
dragon? Oh my god.
In your
Yeah,
dreams.
Mugen Kage, that's its name. Yeah, I talked to it last night in my dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you also have tea with it?
No.
Don't be
It,
a dick, David.
That would have been really strange. It was, no, I didn't. Completely forward with you guys. I wasn't going to help you fight the Dial Clan.
What?
Oh.
What?
Huh?
I wasn't going to help you fight them. I was just there for Caster.
Uh-huh.
I actually messaged this to Brett earlier about, oh yeah, Dial Clan's the
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't. They did so much for me. I was not going to fight them. I was going to help you if things started looking unfair, but when it comes between you guys and them, I'm neutral. I was here to help Suzume with Caster, and that's it. I believe they would have believed me whenever I told them that they've done enough for me that I would not have touched them, and I feel like they still will, which is very unfortunate because I have to kill one now.
One?
The one that is the problem is the one trying to trick them all. The one that's trying to gather the pieces of that curse within themselves. They plan on taking all the other pieces in, either through the command seals or killing them, or I don't know, but they plan on doing that and taking that dragon's cursed power for themselves. The one that betrays the Dial Clan, that's the one that I'm there to kill, at least now. I should probably warn you this, and this is partially why I'm freaking out. Even if I do help them, nothing good's gonna come from it. And this is why he told me to tell you. Even if we kill them, then he will show up. And
the dragon?
he doesn't want to fight us. It said it doesn't want to throw away its life this time, so I doubt it will try anything with us.
I wouldn't believe that.
Yeah, not to stereotype, but we all here know the alignment of most ancient black dragons, correct?
I never said anything about what color.
Never mind.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like.
Excuse me, I forgot that.
There's a color system with dragons. Is there a thing I should know about? I've only ever seen a red one, and it was a servant.
One problem at a time. One problem at a time.
Diane's just like, fucking, we can't trust an ancient black dragon. And you're like, I don't see what color has to do with it, Diane.
So good.
Basically, most of the Dial Clan feel the need to protect something, to not really fear death. But this one, the traitor, does not have that inclination. They completely fear death. They want to be the last one alive so that they can have this dragon. The only thing other than that person is afraid of death, like I said, is they were not raised as a part of the Dial Clan. They were made to absorb this part of this dragon, but they know that they'll die if they do. And that's something that they refuse to do. They refuse to go for what they were made for.
Okay.
Ian, roll me an intelligence check.
Do
I
it,
feel
boy.
like I should use inspiration.
Do it.
Have it.
What it's there for.
I all of a sudden start playing my violin.
18?
Oh, thank God.
It's really good. Oh, please, please.
When you saw them all fighting at the party, when you saw the group of them collectively fighting together, one major thing, and I'm not saying this is what it is, but one major thing you noticed was that most of them use katanas. There are 2 of them that don't. No, David.
Mm-hmm.
Part of your contract relies upon identifying which one is the true heir and making sure they don't die.
I know.
Just reminding you.
But I'm not after the... we weren't talking about the true heir. We were talking about the traitor, right?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Are the traitor and the true heir
I'm
the same
just saying, if you misidentify who's who, you might kill the wrong person. That's all I'm saying.
It's true.
Oh.
That's a lot of pressure. Hopefully we'll figure it out when we...
And no, with his dream, you have substantial evidence to suggest that the traitor and the true heir are different people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
This is so complicated.
I fucking know.
True heir, traitor,
Oh.
soul fragments.
There is
Command
one more thing
seals.
that I want to bring up.
Hmm.
He didn't ask me to do this for nothing. He mentioned a great evil looming near the Grail that was going to interfere or attempt to take it or interfere with us.
Looks at
He
me.
had said that if I do this, then he could aid us in that time.
Alright.
You're crackling a bunch.
You're
there,
crackling, Brad.
Oh no! Hold on! I'm really sorry, Ian. I just...
Do you need help? Looking for something?
No, Ian. I've been thinking about what you said to me.
Oh. Eyes go wide, starts blushing. Oh, that.
Yeah.
Who even remembers what that was about?
Honestly, I wasn't even considering addressing it until your sister and her boyfriend decided to have a conversation with me. A lot of pressure in that regard. Ian...
Oh, I mean, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, yeah, I don't know what they said, but I'm sorry. I didn't want to put any pressure on anything. You don't answer whatever.
I'm going to give you the best answer I can right now. I am still figuring out a lot about myself. It's embarrassing to admit, but I never considered that you might have feelings for me more than anything sexual before. And I assumed that most likely you would find someone that you found a romantic connection with and move on from that and grow from it. But I realize that's really unfair to you. Because in the time that I've known you, you've grown so much. When we first met, I saw someone who was extremely innocent in my mind, solely because I felt a connection to you, in the sense that you reminded me of myself, and I took advantage of that when I shouldn't have. And because of that, I think you deserve an answer. I love you so much, but I don't think, right now, I can be romantic with anyone.
I see. Well, thank you for telling me.
Why?
Get her.
Jack's
I mean,
still
I'm
in this
sorry,
war. It's fine, it's just there are a lot of loose ends I still have to tie up with myself before I can consider myself at a healthy place to be with anyone. And you have so much in this, and I don't know. You're a wonderful person, and I don't know what to do about that.
I mean, you're pretty wonderful yourself. I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit, Diane.
I appreciate that. I just have to see something to its end. I don't know a lot about where I'm going. I don't know if we're even going to survive this war. A relationship right now is almost at the back of my mind.
I get that.
I'm sorry if that's not enough of an answer, but...
No, it's more than enough. You're right, we are dealing with a lot of insane things all at once.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really just didn't want either of us to die without being honest with you first.
I know, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. You've had faith in me since before I had faith in myself. And now that I do have faith in myself, I know there are things I have to take care of that are not bigger than me, but things that are important to me.
I respect that. And if there's anything I can do to help, you know I got your back, right?
Yeah, I've got yours too. Well, off to a possibly super deadly fight we go, huh?
David will go back to Isla.
Ah, fuck you! I knew it! Tell me.
Didn't work out.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, she friend zoned him hard.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! Do you think that's our fault?
that
We
what
didn't let
she
him
She
fuck
said
it?
she loved him and then
Oh,
said
that's
not
good.
that. Like, oh,
Oh,
fucked up.
Is that what you
Fucked
guys
up
were
hearing
doing?
that.
Why were you doing? What are you?
I
There's
cannot
things to be
believe
done
you are
today.
painting Diana to be the villain in this.
No, this needed to happen.
Lancer's sitting there at the door, spear in hand. Mom says it's my turn on the Xbox.
Alright.
Like,
This is good.
almost
There's,
as like
there's
David's like rounded the corner. Diane's like coming up, cause fucking let's go. Let's.
You done with your private time?
I mean, I guess.
Excellent.
As you're
Okay,
walking
fine.
away, you hear Suzume's voice. She's immaterial right now. She's invisible, but you hear her. It's not my business, and I am absolutely not an authority on relationships. But one thing I do know about is you can search for your purpose or a sense of meaning your entire life and never find it. Watch that you don't end up in a ditch like I did.
Yum. Thank you. Alright.
Hi, Diane, hurry up! We got places to be!
Yeah.
You're dragging your ass! Come on!
Okay, I'm teleporting everyone. Fine.
You create, you gather everybody together, you count heads. Sterling just like watches you guys, like, I thought you guys said you were gone, what do you? And then you use teleport and mid-sentence, a lot of you disappear.
Sterling, help us! No!
Oh no.
I'm
They're-
just waving at him.
mean.
well, they're dead. With that, that is where we're going to end this week's game.
oh,
Heck you.
Alright.
Hooray!
Goodbye, everybody!
So long, everybody!
We love you.
You all are loved and appreciated.